Okay, so before we get started, we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Emily Black. I'm the Graduate Student Services Coordinator here at the Graduate School. I'm also a former student of Binghamton University. I did my graduate studies here fairly recently.
Hi, I'm Chloe Williams. I did my undergrad here from 2013 to 2017. I took a gap year, now I'm back for my graduate studies. My program is in TESOL, Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, and I'm also a graduate student tour guide.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey Wusu. I am a second year master's student here at Binghamton in the Student Affairs Administration program, and I also work as an EOP academic counselor for our Educational Opportunity program here at Binghamton as well.
We also have Travis in our chat box. He is one of our admissions counselors here at the Graduate School, and he is also a former student of Binghamton University. So feel free to send us any questions you have. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention again that we recommend using Google Chrome so that you can view the video and hear us better. We will also be sending out the slides and the link to this video afterward. So the way we like to start these webinars is to respond to some of the questions that you submitted before the webinar when you registered. So the first question we have is, what is the on-campus gym like? And I'll let Jeff handle that question.
The on-campus gym, or what we like to call East Gym, is probably one of the busiest places on campus, especially for students who want to kind of de-stress from classes throughout the day or kind of work on their self-care or mental health. It's really a great place for that. When you walk into the gym on our main level, you'll be greeted by some of our attendants who work on the right-hand side. And then you also walk into our fit space on the left-hand side, which has our ellipticals, our treadmills. We have a punching bag available, dumbbells. It's a fairly large gym, and we do have some times where the gym is packed, usually around 5 o'clock, and any time after that, because most students are done with classes throughout the day. We do have a basketball court with several basketball courts. We have a swimming pool at the bottom level that does offer swimming lessons not only to students in Binghamton's campus, but also on the community as well. They do teach swimming lessons throughout the course of the year. They also do outdoor pursuits programs here on campus as well, so you get a chance to enjoy Binghamton, enjoy some of the hiking in the area, in the parks that are located in the Binghamton area, and you can also do that on campus as well. And we also offer a lot of fitness and yoga, Zumba classes, things of that nature. So if you're looking for fitness and trying to be your best in terms of physique, our gym would definitely grant that for you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention that you do need to purchase a gym membership for our on-campus gym, but it's a very reasonable price, and that includes all of those features that Jeffrey mentioned. So the next question we have is, what are some of the on-campus food options?
So in terms of food options, you have resident dining and also retail dining. There are 4 resident dining halls located to each of the residence halls. So Appalachian for Mountain View, CIW for CIW, Hinman for Hinman, and we have C4 located in between Newing and Dickinson residence hall, And each of those dining halls offers an array of food options. In C4, for example, we have kosher corners. So if you're looking for kosher food, that's the best stuff for you. We have pasta, pizza, burgers, fruit, breakfast, lunch, and dinner obviously offered. So that's a good opportunity. Also retail dining. Those are located more in the center of campus, so like in the Union and by the lecture halls. So that's probably better and more convenient for you as you're going throughout your day, as you're attending classes, just to get like a meal, a cup of coffee. And the main spot for our retail options is the marketplace located in the Union. That's about a little more than 10 on-campus eateries. So we have like pizza, again, Clapper's Hot Pizza, Tully's Chicken, salads, sushi. I'll talk about that a little more in depth later. We also have cafes located all around campus as well.
Great, and as Chloe mentioned, we'll talk about this a little bit more later, but I do want to mention that we have vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options available throughout the campus. So Chloe and Jeffrey, what are some of your favorite places to study?
I think for me, it's the Graduate Study Commons in the library. Our campus is a fairly large campus, so it kind of is sometimes difficult to find a place to study. But for graduate students, we're lucky enough to have a place specifically designed for us, and all you have to do is swipe your ID card, and it's strictly open to graduate students. They also have a computer lab in there as well as a scanner. So if you're looking for a real private time for you to get your work done, I would definitely recommend the Graduate Study Commons.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say the same thing. It's perfect for grad students, exclusive for grad students. I didn't know about it until this year, which really shows you that it's exclusive. I love studying there because it's very quiet, and also there's another room. There's a north reading room and an east reading room located in Bartle Library. They're designated quiet study spaces, and I really can't study with like a lot of noise, so I prefer those study areas. But when I do like to just chill and I'm not as intensely studying, I like to go to Starbucks. We have a Starbucks on campus as well, located in the Hinman residential area. And obviously there's Starbucks, so it's perfect for like if you want coffee. There's a Subway next to it, so you can eat some food while you're studying. That's a good opportunity as well.
So Chloe, can you talk about how our students can find off-campus housing?
So in terms of off-campus housing, I'd recommend you go to our website. That would be www.binghamton.edu/grad school. And there are tabs located at the top of the page you're going to get to. There is a student life tab. So I click on that. And on the side, on the right-hand side, of that page, you'll see like a green box. And under the student life tab, there will be housing and transportation. So you click on that. And you'll get another page giving you a bunch of different resources to search for student housing. So they do give you like a list of websites that you're probably already familiar with, like apartments.com and Craigslist and Trulia. But they also give you a link to our off-college campus. Is that what it is?
Off-campus
college, OCC website page. So that gives you like a little more in-depth, more detailed housing search, but we also have like an actual office that you can go to located in the Rockefeller Center that's located close to in the Hinman residential area as well, to help you with like leasing and finding housing for you, finding roommates, etc.
Jeff, can you tell us what transportation is like?
Transportation is pretty accessible on our campus. We have multiple ways for you to travel, not just through Binghamton's campus, but in the area where Binghamton's located, which is in Vestal, and also if you go towards the west side of Binghamton and also Johnson City. So if you're traveling on campus, our bus line, OCCT, our transportation system, are our blue buses, and they run pretty much frequently throughout the week, and really much throughout the year. You're able to transfer to any other buses, even in town too. You can get on the Broome County Transit, which are the public buses for Broome County. But the blue buses in particular work well for our students because it's free of charge. All you have to do is slide your ID card, then you walk onto the bus on the left-hand side. And you can travel to places like Walmart, like Target. You can get over to the University Downtown Center. You can get over to the main campus, and any places for our off-campus students, primarily who live on the west side of Binghamton. You'll be able to get the bus and travel to and from the campus. In terms of transportation of traveling to other cities or to other places outside of Binghamton, we typically use Greyhound. We also use Coach. We also have our bus. And those are a couple of the transportation options that we offer. They have a bus transportation system downtown in downtown Binghamton where you can purchase your tickets and you can travel to New York City, you can travel to Boston, you can travel to Philadelphia, we're actually not too far from there, and other places around as well. So transportation is pretty easy here in Binghamton. You don't necessarily need a car, but it does work if you have one as well. I have a car and I drive to campus and I live about 10 minutes away, but on any given day, especially when it's nice out and I don't want to drive, I can always hop on the bus and I'm in campus, or I'm on campus in about 10 minutes or so.
So those are just some of the initial questions that you sent us when you registered for the webinar. If you have any other questions throughout the webinar, feel free to put them in our chat box. We'll address some of those at the end, and Travis will address those as we go through. So I wanted to address some of the accolades that Binghamton University has received. We're known as the premier public university. The Fisk Guide to Colleges referred to us as an excellent education at a reasonable price. We're considered among the top 50 public universities in the nation for the 18th consecutive year, and that was in 2017 by the U.S. News and World Report. We were ranked 44th of all institutions in the nation, doing the most for the American dream by New York Times. Again, we're a very reasonably priced university. We were ranked number 4 among the most affordable universities in the U.S. by the U.S. News and World Report. And we were ranked number 8 best value among the nation's public colleges for out-of-state students. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what our campus community is like. We have over 17,000 students on campus, and about 3,600 of those students are graduate students. International students make up about 16% of our student population. We have over 250 student groups, so there are plenty of opportunities for you to get involved when you come to campus. And we have over 90 academic graduate programs. So those are our master's and doctoral programs. So we have a lot of opportunities here on campus for you. So we touched on this a little, but Jeff, do you have anything to add about what transportation is like here at Binghamton University?
My apologies, I forgot to mention that we also offer Zipcar, Uber, and Lyft. Zipcar is on our campus, so if you want to pull with a couple of your friends and rent a car, and you download the app, you're able to do that. We have a couple of our cars right on campus, right outside of our administration building. And Uber and Lyft have been pretty popular here, and it's becoming more and more popular in Binghamton. So if you're looking to get a ride anywhere in Binghamton, Johnson City, Endicott, so on and so forth, and you can always request an Uber and Lyft, and a lot of our students have started to use that as well. So as I mentioned, traveling here in Binghamton isn't difficult. You just have to learn the system when you get here, and it's easier once you're here and actually going through it.
And I'd like just to reiterate that as a student at Binghamton University, you will have free access to our off-campus college transport, or they're referred to as our blue buses here on campus, and to the Broome County Transit System. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to use our 2 different bus lines for local travel at no additional charge. So Chloe, do you want to talk about the different resources that we have on campus?
Yes, there's a lot to talk about regarding our campus, so I'll try to be as brief as possible. But first, we have our Union Undergrounds that's located in the University Union basement. So you have access to things such as billiards, bowling, and arcade, and ping pong using your Binghamton University ID. We also have the Nature Preserve, which is about 182 acres of land and 20 acres of wetland. A lot of our professors take their students out there to do like hands-on research and activities. So like biology classes, environmental classes, even some health and wellness classes, take their students out there to run. And as a student, and just as a person, like it's open to you, it's open to the public. You can go hiking in the Nature Preserve. It's closed from dawn till dusk, but any other time you can go hiking there. I recommend during the fall especially, it's a beautiful view, very scenic. Maybe not now during the winter, but during the warmer months, definitely take that opportunity. Also, we have Late Night Binghamton. That's basically free entertainment on Friday and Saturday nights. For you as a Binghamton student, you see your BID again, and we offer late night cinema in the undergrounds again. That's where we show some movies. I remember I saw like Inside Out and 12 Years a Slave down there. And they offer movie snacks as well as popcorn, drinks, candy free of charge. So that's something to take advantage of. We also have theme nights. So some weekends we have like petting zoos come. We have large inflatables to play with. We have food, beverages, we have game nights. I've never won anything, but maybe you will. We have arts and crafts, and we also have events. So sometimes comedians come and perform, bands perform. We have spoken word poetry, some undergraduate showcases, and even some contests. I've had a few friends of mine perform in some singing competitions and win some prizes, so that's pretty fun. We also have our Bare Necessities Food Pantry, and this is located in the Rockefeller Center. And it's where we provide some food and personal care items to students that might need it. And there are times when, as a student, you might run low on funds, run low on supplies. So if you want to pick up some food, some snacks, canned goods, and toiletries as well. So like tissues, feminine hair hygiene products, razors, shampoo, body wash, anything like that, that's open to you. You just need your BUID. And also, if you want to donate to the food pantry, you can do that as well. And Campus Rec, those activities are mostly held in our rec center in the East Gym. And as a student enrolled at BU, you will have already paid a recreational fee. So as a student, you'll have access to most of our activities. So as Jeffrey mentioned, we have an indoor pool. If you want to do a free swim, take classes, you can do that. We have club sports and intramural sports. We have a long list of sports. I can't get into them. We have like lacrosse, soccer, aikido, kung fu, taekwondo. So that's an option for you. And we also have, like Jeff mentioned, FitSpace Fitness Center and group fitness classes. And for that, you will need a membership. You will have to pay an additional fee for that, but everything else you have total access to.
Jeff, do you have anything to add?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have a lot of resources on campus and a lot of opportunities to have fun. So a lot of you were asking about what housing options there are for graduate students. We do have some limited on-campus apartment-style housing options for graduate students. Those are located in our apartment communities. There is a small number of those, but most graduate students do choose to live off campus. The cost of living is very affordable in the Binghamton area, and there's an abundance of affordable housing very close to campus. And that combined with the free access to our 2 different bus lines, it makes it very convenient to live off campus. As Chloe talked about earlier, we have the Off-Campus College, which is an office on campus that has a variety of resources for students who live off campus. So if you're looking for off-campus housing, I encourage you to navigate to their website. If they can help you if you're looking for housemates, they maintain a list of housing options. They can assist you with lease reviews. They also have a lot of other great resources, like things to do around the area. So I would recommend exploring their website. Chloe, do you want to talk about some of the other dining services that there are on campus?
Okay, so as a university housing resident, if you're living, which you won't be living, but like as a university housing citizen, you'll have to get a meal plan. But as a graduate student who will probably live in an apartment style housing like Hillside or Susquehanna or off campus, you are not required to get a meal plan. But it is recommended and it's an option for you. You can get a commuter meal plan. We have 3 options. We have commuter annual, semester, and plus. I right now am doing commuter plus. And each commuter meal plan is designed based on where you plan on eating the most. So whether you're going to do more retail options or resident dining options. It's also designed based on the time frame that you're going to be eating, like annual or semester, obviously. So that's an option for you. I recommend it. We also, like I mentioned before, we have the marketplace. We have 10 on-campus eateries, a variety of food. You have Indian food. We have Chinese food, Italian food, sushi, sandwiches, salads. As it says Korean barbecue. We have this relatively kind of new eatery called Chicken Bob. It was actually created by a few students on campus when I was a sophomore, I think in 2015. And it combines the styles of Korean food and New York style vendor food. And that's a very popular option here for our students. We have a fireplace under patio area where you can go chill, sit down, do homework, hang out, eat. There are some TV set up around, so if you want to watch TV, you can do that. And there are some books located like right by the fireplace. It's kind of cute, it's like a little library. There are some books that you can just take access of. You can read them there and put them down and drop off books if you want to. So that's really nice. And we also have cafes located all around campus. We have Jasmine's located in both Bartle and Academic Building B. So they have baked goods, coffee, sandwiches, salads, fruit, stuff like that. Einstein's Bagels, we have that located close to the lecture hall. You're probably familiar with Einstein's Bagels. And right next to that, we also have the Shenango Room, which is more of kind of like you can go in there and be waited on, like by a waiter, and do buffet style food, takeout food. So that's an option for you as well. And then there's Starbucks, which is my favorite, of course. That's located in the Hinman residential area, in the resident dining hall, actually, on the first floor. And there's a picture of it right there, as you can see. I usually do a lot of my work there at the table. And then there's a Subway right next to the right of Starbucks. So if you're a sandwich person, that's an option for you as well. Dunkin' Donuts is in our university union. I remember it opened up as soon as I graduated in 2017. I was very frustrated, but I'm back now, so it's okay. So yeah.
I know that my favorite place to eat on campus is the Shenango Room. As Chloe mentioned, it's kind of a sit-down restaurant where you can go and be waited on. They have a buffet. It's very good, very fresh food. Jeff, do you have a favorite place to eat on campus?
Not necessarily eat, but I like Red Mango. So if you are into smoothies and yogurts and things of that nature, Red Mango is definitely the place to go. And we also have a juice station now too. So they make their own juices. And they also do like their own different soups and chicken broths and stuff like that. So it's actually really, really good stuff that's here on our campus.
Yeah, we have a lot of on-campus food options, Indian food, Korean food, Italian food, all sorts of options. I know this is a webinar about life on campus, but there are also a lot of great restaurants in the local area, very easy to get to with our transportation options, right around campus, short drives from campus, almost anything you can imagine. We have Thai restaurants, we have Caribbean restaurants, lots of really good Italian restaurants. So there are tons of food options. You will not go hungry at Binghamton. So we do have a lot of opportunities for students to get involved even as graduate students. So Jeff will tell you about our different graduate student organizations.
One of the big things on our campus is campus involvement, especially for our graduate students. I know it's a little more prevalent in the undergraduate experience, but it doesn't stop there for us here at Binghamton. So if you're interested in getting involved into some of the multicultural and social cultural organizations, as you see the ones that are listed, the Indian Graduate Student Organization, Chinese Students and Scholars Association, Graduate African Student Organizations, those kind of organizations do exist on our campus. So it does allow our graduate students to have a chance to still be involved outside of academics, and a lot of them take advantage of it. A lot of these organizations will do some kind of events in the fall and in the spring semester to welcome new graduate students to kind of still build a sense of community outside of the classroom, which is really well. A lot of them do social events off campus. They'll do parties and things of that nature just to kind of show some awareness and, again, build a sense of community. We also have some academic-based and department organizations as well. So depending on what graduate program you get into, it may be something that you want to try and join once you come to Binghamton, especially trying to look for your new community while you're here. So we have an anthropology organization, art history, chemistry, education, engineering, human development, so on and so forth. A lot of these organizations do raise money as well for specific philanthropies, not only in the Binghamton area, but outside of it. And some of the organizations on our campus are dedicated to doing that as well. So it, again, allows our graduate students to get a chance to enjoy their academics, but also be a part of the community here too. And the community is very receptive to the work of our graduate students here at Binghamton.
Anything to add? No. So we have a lot of great on-campus speakers. So that's something else that you can do to get involved on campus is attend these speakers. In the past, we have a Harper College Dean Speaker Series. So one of our past speakers for that series was Max Pensky, professor of philosophy and co-director of our Institute for Genocide and Mass Atrocity Prevention. And he spoke about, is the battle against impunity worth winning? We have a sociology seminar series. So we've had Miriam Kaba, founder of Project NIA, talking about interrupting the criminalization of youth of color through creating restorative communities. We also have a lot of other great speakers throughout the semester. We have a Cool Connections and Hot Alumni Speaker Series where you can hear about some of our really cool alumni. We have Bryloff lectures, which are business lectures. We have a lot of cultural speakers that come, and we have TEDx speakers, which are our kind of student version of a TED Talk. I know that when I was a student here, Van Jones from CNN came and spoke, so that was really exciting. Chloe, do you want to talk about some of the speakers you've attended?
Yeah, to the best of my recollection, I attended about 3. The first speaker I attended was Spike Lee. That was when I was a sophomore, I'm pretty sure, 2015. That was held in the Event Center. I remember when I heard that he was coming, I was, there's no word to describe it. I was very excited. And knowing that Binghamton was able to get someone like Spike Lee coming, that was like, wow, Binghamton's no joke. A lot of people showed up for that. He spoke for a while and he actually stayed for like an hour to answer everyone's questions. It was very insightful, very exciting. I also attended Neve Schul, I think his name is pronounced Schulman. He's the creator of the show Catfish on MTV. He came and spoke at the Anderson Center, and I wasn't originally going to go, but my friends wanted to go, and I was like, sure, why not? It's an MTV guy. And he provided a lot of great information for specifically students, people in their 20s, going about their lives. It was very life-changing, I think. And I also attended a talk by Nikki Giovanni, a very famous American poet. She was the Black Student Union Women's History Month keynote speaker. So yeah, those are some of the speakers I heard. As you can see, Queen Latifah came. I missed that. I was very excited about that. But we have a lot of great people coming to speak here.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually been lucky to have President Obama come to our campus. So that's something that we enjoy very, very much. We've also had Mark Lamont Hill come to campus. Regina Hall has also been to our campus. So we do try our best to diversify the amount of people who come to our campus and who specialize in different areas, whether it be movies or film or literature, so on and so forth.
So we already discussed some of our clubs and organizations, but now Jeff is going to tell you about ways that you can get involved outside of the classroom in more of our recreational activities.
Yep. So the Student Association pretty much oversees everything having to do with students on our campus. They are the go-to guides in terms of advocating for our students, not just undergrad, but also graduate students as well. And some of the things that we offer here on our campus is the Hack BU Club, Robotics Club, the Pipe Dream, which is our student newspaper, and all of our students on our campus has access to it. We have WHRW, which is our student radio station as well. So we try to use different mediums to connect with our students. We also offer some intramural and club sports. So those that we don't offer in our Division I sports, and we'll talk about that on the next slide, we do offer at the intramural and club sport level. So we do have soccer and bubble soccer. We also have rugby, and we also offer basketball too. Then we have our outdoor pursuits program, where again we give chances for students to explore the outdoors of Binghamton, especially in all 4 seasons. I think Binghamton is unique in that way that you can enjoy the outdoors in any of those 4 seasons, doing something alongside outdoor pursuits. So like Chloe mentioned earlier with hiking, definitely in the fall is probably a great time to do that. Some of the zip lining courses that I've seen in the summertime have been pretty cool too. And in the summer as well, students do like to run on our track or experience some of the stuff that we still offer inside the gym too, in terms of like massage therapy and stuff like that too. So it's actually really, really cool stuff. There are more than a million ways to get involved on campus. And again, it helps as a de-stressor so that you're not bombarded with so much of graduate school work, because once you step into that graduate school run, it is a lot of work that you have to do, but we like to give our students an equal balance of academics and other personal lives too.
So speaking of athletics, Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about the athletics here at Binghamton University?
Yep. So Binghamton is a Division I school. We offer 21 collegiate sports in the ones that you see listed, and we offer many, many more. You can definitely check out our website. I believe for our basketball games, they are free to our students. So all you have to do is show up with your ID card, and you will go ahead and get access to it. But we also offer swimming and diving. We offer soccer. We offer baseball, softball, volleyball, lacrosse, wrestling, tennis, and many more. And it's a great time for you to step away from academics for a little bit. Come and watch a game with a couple of friends, show some Binghamton spirit. And it's really a cool time to connect with other people on campus as well.
So if athletics aren't really your thing, we also have some really great art opportunities here on campus that Chloe will tell us about.
Yes, so we have the Anderson Center. This is an on-campus multi-venue theater complex. We have 175 performances and about 100,000 attendees annually. And we offer a variety of programs including symphonies, ballets, opera, pop and rock concerts, and some undergraduate performances happening there too. And during the summer months, we actually have our it's called the Osterhout Concert Theater, open up and turn into like an amphitheater. So instead of just staying inside or watching performances, you can be outside under the stars or like just enjoying the weather, watching performances as well. And this is also, the Anderson Center is also the main performance venue for the BU music and theater departments. We also have 9 a cappella groups. Each one has its own flavor, its own vibe, and they are dedicated to like a specific genre, each of them. So we have alternative rock, some do 60s and oldies hits, some do classics, musical theater, and some are even I think traditional Jewish music too. It's quite exciting. I've gone to one of the performances when I was a freshman, and it felt like I was watching Glee. They're very talented. Some of our performance groups include the New Porfa African Drumming and Dance Ensemble, and it's the student African dance and drumming group, and it's specific to Ghanaian culture. It really is nice for a lot of our students. A lot of our students are actually like from Africa, from the Caribbean, and this is an opportunity for them to kind of reconnect with their culture and feel like they're at home. But it's not just for those students, it's open to anybody, and it's a quite diverse group of people from a variety of ethnic backgrounds, and they're able to learn about African culture, the arts, and they perform on and off campus. They're very talented, and we also have the University Orchestra. This is composed of music majors, minors, and non-majors within the student body. They perform at least 4 major concerts per season, and they do pieces including contemporary music and classical music. And lastly, the Harper Jazz Ensemble. This group studies and performs big band music, and they have a lot of famous guests appear with them in concert as well.
So we have a lot of career and alumni connection opportunities here at Binghamton University as well. We have the Fleischman Center, which is our career and professional development center here on campus. You can go to them for help with pretty much anything related to your career. So you can go, they hold professional skills trainings, or you can go to them if there are specific professional skills that you would like to work on. They'll review your resume or your cover letter with you. They'll even do mock interviews with you. They offer a lot of networking and engagement opportunities. So just today they hosted an on-campus employment fair. So both undergraduate and graduate students were able to come to this fair to see a lot of the on-campus employment, so you can make a little bit of money and boost your resume while you're here studying. They also host job and internship fairs. They used to host one major job and internship fair each semester, but now they've added in some smaller, more career or industry-specific career fairs. So whether you're interested in the public sector, the private sector, marketing, business, anything like that, you'll have a lot of opportunities here. Again, we do have a lot of on-campus employment opportunities. So we have an online database called Handshake, where all student employment opportunities now have to be listed. So if you go onto Handshake through the Binghamton University website, you'll see all of the on-campus job opportunities that are available to Binghamton students. So typically graduate students can get funding in the form of teaching assistantships, graduate assistantships, research assistantships. There are also student assistantships, which are hourly jobs, so there are a lot of job opportunities here on campus. As I mentioned, there are graduate assistant opportunities. They're both academic and non-academic opportunities. So there are opportunities to do office and administrative work. There are opportunities to help faculty with research projects. So there are a lot of employment opportunities if you're looking for funding.